life, we experience many ups and downs. However, we all play a part in whatever stage that we are in. It is called responsibility. First generation underrepresented college students often grow up in environments filled with the realities of what it takes to survive, but with not much insight into what success looks like. Perhaps I was one of those students, and this is just a snippet of my story. As I pursue a career in education, I am motivated to not let my zip code define who I am or where I will go in life. I chose to redirect my path and my character. I quickly recognized that my voice is my power and my freedom. My voice is an opportunity to build capacity and exit the struggles many of my peers allowed to define them. I learned that the power of using my voice will produce change and allow me to succeed, to pave the way for the students that come behind me. Through research, I've learned how first generation and low-income students fare in college, and the numbers are not good. Over 1/4 of these students leave after their first year, and after 6 years, only 11% leave college with a bachelor's degree. How does this change? Well, first gen and underrepresented students must use their voices, tell their stories, ask questions, and take action. The good news here is that there are actually resources in place to help them, such as scholarships, grants, organizations on campus, extracurricular activities, and mentor programs in place to help them to succeed. However, they must use their voices and ask for help. Voice is about taking action, action that produces a positive outcome. Voice matters because it produces and develops change. Voice matters because it demonstrates, models, encouragement, and confidence within individuals. In order to use your voice, you must first identify who you are, recognize your purpose in life. Once you have mastered that step, you will gain confidence, and that confidence will be with you everywhere that you go. Then you will begin to be bold, and with boldness, you will be able to speak in challenging environments. College is a challenging environment because it is about success and not just surviving, but first generation and underrepresented students only know how to survive. They have no examples or models. They do not know there is always a way. When you find your voice, you will move with purpose. You will not give up because your work is a part of your journey. Using your voice is very powerful and will give you access to everything you need to become successful. I know this because this is my truth. I have lived these experiences. Here's a quick story on how I use my voice and share my story here at Texas A&M. I came to Texas A&M in the fall of 2020 with a full ride that consists of grants and scholarships. Well, due to that, I had to maintain 3 different grade point averages in order to keep all of my scholarships and grants. Halfway through my bachelor's, I fell short on one of my grade point average requirements, and I ended up losing one of my grants. However, I found out who managed the grants for the students, and I was told that she could be reached via email only. So I sent her an email, stating my case, and asking her, is there anything I could do to earn my grant back? And she told me, unfortunately, no, not at the moment. So I took it upon myself and went to the office and asked if I could speak with her in person. And they told me no. But I had to speak with a few leadership individuals, and after some time, they made it happen. Once I spoke with her in person, I was able to share my story, explain to her what led me to Texas A&M, my purpose in life, and my end goal. With doing that, she had a better understanding of who I was and why my grade point average fell below standard and overall ended up helping me earn my grant back. Furthermore, because I use my voice, I have been able to obtain a bachelor's degree as a Regent Scholar from the Mays Business School, earn a master's in human resource development, and now pursue a PhD as a Merit Fellow. My goal is to be an example and give hope to individuals who do not have the guidance nor tools to become successful. I want to help individuals identify who they are, recognize their purpose and their potential in life, but most importantly, teach them how to use their voice to become successful. Ultimately, I just want to create freedom. Remember, your voice matters and carries power. Thank you.